a professor allegedly draws a racist drawing of a student. Put up the picture the professor drew. Look at this. Look at this. Of a student. Let's go back to Greg Noel, 32. 32 years of age. Filed a discrimination lawsuit against Utah State in March after he felt targeted and humiliated by his own professor. Noel is now receiving a $45,000 settlement to resolve a lawsuit he filed against his alma mater earlier this year that alleged his professor continually ignored him in class and drew a racist cartoon caricature of him that was displayed in front of the entire class. I'm going to give you the background to this. According to the Salt Lake Tribune, Noel was using a computer in a lab in 2018, and the computer shorted out. The outage resulted in his work being deleted, which made Noel frustrated. He admitted to using profanities and pushed a chair. His professor was made aware of his outburst and called a one-on-one meeting. Now, let me remind you, he did not do this toward the professor. He did not do this at the professor. Okay, he's in a computer lab. Stuff gets deleted. He may have dropped the F-bomb. All right, I've definitely done it working on a dissertation or two in my life. So it happens. Let's continue. His professor was made aware of the outburst and called a one-on-one meeting. During the meeting, Noel says the professor accused him of being violent and questioned whether he was abusive to other people and abusive to his wife. Wow. He also asked Noel, was that you going full Haitian? The suit alleges. Was that you going full Haitian? After the 2018 incident, Noel said the professor would purposefully ignore him during class discussions. The professor would also continually mention how much power he had over the graduate students and their careers. According to the Salt Lake Tribune, Noel reached his breaking point in 2020. He said that his white professor drew a cartoon image that Noel felt was an exaggerated picture of him as the angry black man. Put up the picture again. Put it up again. That's the picture based on the allegation, right? He filed a complaint with the Office of Equity in March 2020. He did the right thing about all of his experiences with the professor. Good for you, young man. The office found the drawing was inappropriate and Noel was subjected to a hostile environment. The professor then filed an appeal with the Academic Freedom and Tenure Committee at the university. The committee overturned the initial ruling without speaking to Noel, which means there was no proper investigation. The 32-year-old then decided to get a lawyer because he felt the school betrayed him and did not take his complaints seriously. What an amazing individual. Thank you. Thank you. There's more. Noel's settlement, which was approved last week, marks the fourth settlement by the university since 2018, according to our records. The school has paid out a total of $1 million for those agreements, which are funded by taxpayers, by the way. Two of the lawsuits involved cases of sexual harassment and the other was for retaliation, which is why Noel did not mention the professor's name in the lawsuit. Now, let's put up the young man again. Let's put him up because he did something quite important. In standing up for himself, he has done something else as well. You see, people are taught how to treat you by what you allowed them to do to you. And then they will assume that they can treat people who look like you that same way. What he has now done is he has set a standard that black males won't be treated like this at this institution. Because you never know when a brother like me, being him, is on the other side of that treatment. Good for you, sir. Thank you for blazing the trail and keeping fairness intact. All right, Sharon, thoughts here.
And thank you for not cowering under the threat of microaggressions, whoever the Karen is who decided to accuse him of being threatening because he was minding his own business and a little bit frustrated, as all human beings are. It's the only thing though, Doc, the settlement's too low, but I appreciate him, but this school needs to feel it, so to speak. And I suspect this isn't the last of it. We'll get more of these.
Yeah, and what he's also done is by simply reading the narrative, he has provided the blueprint of what should be done when students are discriminated against by their professor. He has now given you the instructional guide. All right, good for you, man.